Today we're going to experience something completely new. We're going to take the night sleeper bus from Ho Chi Minh City to Dalat. It's around 11 o'clock right now. We are at the bus station. It seems like we found the right place. It's going to be 8 hours on this sleeper bus. So hopefully this will be a smooth experience. We actually came here quite early because after we checked out of our Airbnb, we don't know where to go with our giant suitcases. So now we're just sitting at the bus stop, waiting on the side of the road for a bus to come.
这个据说是一个比较舒服、比较豪华，可以一直躺着睡的巴士，体验一下看是不是真的有这么好吧。不过我现在已经开始犯困了，还有半个小时我们的巴士才到。
The buses here rarely have any announcements in English, so as a foreign tourist, just be aware of the time and check the license plate of the bus to make sure you get on the right one.
It's definitely quite strange to see Saigon with so few motorcycles on the road. Remember to get some water and snacks before you get on the bus, even though I think they'll actually provide water for us.
After a short wait, our bus is finally here. Let's see if this bed is comfortable or not.
Welcome to the sleeper bus. I think it's actually quite spacious. My legs are just touching the front. There's a TV here. I don't think it actually works, but I mean, we're gonna sleep anyways. It seems quite comfy. It's good that we're on the upper bunk. I wouldn't want to be on the lower bunk because it will always feel like there's someone on top of you. So yeah, hopefully this will be a fun ride.
晚安，我们明早达腊见。
Wow, I look like an avatar right now. Anyways, see you guys in the morning.
After a very bumpy bus ride, we arrived in the mountain city of Dalat. We actually got here around 5:30 a.m. It was completely dark. We sat at a little bus station waiting for the sun to rise and waiting for our shuttle bus to our hotel. We barely had any sleep on the bus, but we're not allowed to check into our hotel yet, so now we're out to have some breakfast. We're gonna try some mi quan, which is a famous dish in Dalat. Look at these glistening noodles. Wow, that is so good. It has a very strong shrimp flavor. We also got a cracker here. Let's see if it's crispy enough. But the best part is definitely these noodles. Feels so good to have a warm breakfast after a sleepless night. We just finished breakfast and we made it to the Sren Hong Lake where I saw the sunrise earlier today. And honestly, it's so beautiful. Inside the mountains, it definitely reminds me of places like Dali, just like a smaller version of it. The temperature is a lot lower here. From 35 degrees in Ho Chi Minh City, the highest temperature gets here is around 25 degrees, and right now it's probably like 18, 19 degrees. I got my jacket out for the first time in this Vietnam trip. So for the next few days, we're gonna explore Dalat.
As it's still not check-in time, we found a beautiful rooftop cafe to rest at. The view here is perfect, and you can see how hilly this city is. Just layers and layers of buildings going up the slope. At 2 p.m, it's time to go back to our hotel and sleep for a while before heading back out in the evening.
After a well-needed nap, we are hungry again, so we're at the Dalat night market. The night market surrounds this roundabout behind me, and there are like little streets connecting towards it that all sell different foods and clothing. It's pretty interesting. There are a lot of stalls just on this staircase. We're gonna go up and see what we can find. For the first thing at the Dalat night market, we're gonna try this Vietnamese wrap. You have the rice paper skin, and on the inside there's some egg, spring onions, ham, and some crispy shallots or something. Let's see what it tastes like. Okay, those are not crispy shallots. I think they're actually like dried fish.
The whole wrap is very crunchy with the rice paper, but everything on the inside has a familiar taste. It's sort of like a mini banh xeo, the Vietnamese pancake.
think our strategy for the night market is just to find a stall that has the actual price on it. I mean, most of these stalls sell exactly the same thing. Strawberry, the Vietnamese pizza. I guess they all should taste very similar as well. Pretty good. A little bit salty. I think they probably washed it in salt water. It got a little bit too cold, so we left the night market and we're gonna have hot pot to warm ourselves up. This is a very famous Dalat style hot pot. It's a chicken hot pot with these leaves called yi leaves. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It's probably not just called yi, but they're a lemon basil leaf. They smell very fragrant. They smell like lemon. And then you're gonna put it in the hot pot to eat it. So we're gonna wait for this to boil and try it. It looks like there's some mushrooms, some bamboo. There are already a lot of these leaves inside, and of course there's chicken as well. It smells really fragrant. I think I'm gonna try the broth first. Oh wow.
Now that's just an explosion of flavor. It's a chicken soup with the freshness of the lemony e leaves, the umami of the mushrooms. There's also a touch of sweetness from the bamboo shoots. The aroma is so strong. When I have that bowl up to my face, the smell just penetrates my entire soul. This might be the best hot pot soup I've ever had.
After picking these leaves, my hands smell like a lemony perfume. It's so cool. Okay, time to try a piece of the chicken. The chicken itself is not that tender actually. We're gonna cook it for a little bit longer. Its main purpose is definitely to give the broth that chicken soup flavor. Top tip, don't eat this. It's way too spicy. I just took a little bit on my chopsticks and put it in my mouth, and that was a terrible decision. My mouth is burning right now. Add rest of the soup in and have it all cooked for a bit longer. And of course, more of this basil lemon leaf. We also got a package of fried tofu skin. This is my favorite hot pot ingredient. I'm so glad they have this. Okay, we're gonna let it boil for a bit. This is without a doubt one of the most unique things I've ever had in Vietnam. I think if you come to Dalat, this is a must-have dish.
Top tip, if you order the tofu skin, only put it in at the very end, since the oiliness might ruin the purity of the soup.
With the tofu skin now added, this really is a near perfect hot pot. Love it so much. Okay, we're gonna continue eating now. See you guys later. Look at that.
Lao Ga Lai lemon basil chicken hot pot did not disappoint. It's a flavor and dish I'll remember forever.
It's day 2 in Dalat, and our first stop today is the Crazy House. This architecture really is a huge contrast to the more French-style buildings in Dalat. It's so difficult to walk on these stairs.
这里很像游乐园里面的迷宫，你走上一个随意的台阶，或者打开一扇随意的门，就可以通向一个完全不同的地方。如果是我小时候，我应该很喜欢这里吧。现在有3条岔路在我们眼前，不知道走哪一条比较好。走这边吧。
The style of this house definitely really reminds me of works by Frank Gehry, such as the Dancing House in Prague, but this is way more crazy.
Crazy House Dalat is the work of architect Dan Viet Nam. She said this building is an expression of her wild imagination. It's a fantasy brought to life. But at the same time, it's a building that connects humans to nature. You can see that this house is intertwined inside vines and trees.
Some of these walkways are actually very, very narrow. Just look at that. Standing on here is actually a little bit scary. It looks like the Crazy House is also a guest house, but I don't think anyone will want to stay here. There's no privacy at all. we're gonna climb up the roof of this house. It's really like a maze in here. It's quite easy to get lost.
No matter if you're on the roof or in a strange room, every corner of this house has something to see.
So yeah, the crazy house is crazy indeed. I definitely think this is a must-visit place in Dalat. Even though this is just an artistic complex, there's nothing much to do here except explore, but we spent 1.5 hours here, so it's really cool. Anyways, let's go have lunch now. For lunch today, we're gonna have bunbo. It's served right here inside a stone pot. It definitely looks like the mi xian we're very familiar with. And it seems like here in Dalat, instead of regular basil, they always serve you with the lemon basil like the one we had in the hot pot yesterday. Still smells really nice. I'm gonna put some inside. Honestly, that lemon basil makes everything better. The beef is quite tender as well.
Bunbo is a spicy vermicelli soup dish originally from Hui, but it's nice to see a local twist to it. Worth a try for sure. In the afternoon, we're feeling a bit tired, so we're not gonna do too much exploring. We made it back to Shrenhong Lake just in time for sunset. These swan boats look really fun. Maybe we'll do it as well someday.
It's another beautiful sunny morning here in Dalat, and our first stop today is
Domaine de Bahi.
it's a Catholic church complex here in Dalat, and it's most famous for its very aesthetic pink architecture.
Vietnamese just like everything in pink.
I wonder why Vietnamese people like to paint their churches pink. This is already the third pink church we saw in Vietnam. There's the one in Da Nang, the Tan Dinh Church in Saigon, and of course this one.
The compound itself is quite large, but only a small portion is open to visitors. So after a quick stroll, it's time for lunch.
It's lunchtime now and we're gonna have banh mi, but here in Dalat, they eat banh mi in a slightly different way. Let's go check it out. Here in Dalat, instead of wrapping things inside the banh mi, you eat the banh mi with various different dishes. For example, a meatball soup called banh mi siu mai, or here's a hot plate with beef and egg and a lot of sauce inside. And you're supposed to dip the banh mi in there to get the flavor. I've never had banh mi this way before, but it feels just like a bread and a dip, right? So it should be really delicious. Let's try it.
我觉得蘸这种酱的比较好吃，因为它不会让面包给软掉。
The beef gravy sauce is out of this world. Mixed with the soft egg yolk and the tender meat, it's just a perfect bite. The locals next to us are just dipping the entire banh mi into the gravy, so let's just go for it as well. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Really delicious. The banh mi siu mai meatballs were less special for me. Even when wrapping them inside the banh mi like a meatball sandwich, it's just not as good as the steak and gravy.
好香啊！我在门口都能闻到那个铁板烤面包的味道，而且达腊的物价真的非常友好。
After lunch, it is now dessert time.
Of course, in Dalat, you have to get their avocado ice cream. We got the durian avocado ice cream. It has the avocado puree, probably a coconut ice cream, and some durian puree on top. Rika must really love this.
感觉就是非常完美的一个组合，绝了！这个口感超级的绵密，超级的好吃。
Have to get a scoop with all of it inside. That is incredible. Both of these fruits are creamy by itself. Blend them together, it's just this ultra creamy combination. And I also got coconut ice cream because that is always my favorite. I like how there's the actual coconut meat inside and they top it with coconut milk and coconut ice cream. So this is like a whole mix of textures. It's not just the softness of the ice cream. So nice.
Since the weather is still really nice in the afternoon, this is a great time for a short boat ride on Shunhong Lake.
So this float session is 70,000 for 1 hour, which I think is quite reasonable.
This is a huge leg workout.
Now, I wouldn't say this is a must-do activity in Dalat, but if you do have some time to spare, taking one of these swan boats in the lake is actually quite relaxing. A nice escape from all the motorbikes on the road. Why are we spinning again? We're supposed to be steering in the other direction. No. It's very difficult to control the direction. I think the wind is even stronger than the steering, so the wind is just blowing us into multiple different directions. The sun is setting, and for our last stop today, we made it to the Old Dalat railway station. Most of the trains here are not in use anymore, but it's really nice to see these old locomotives.
Only one train line still runs here, but today the station is mostly used as a cultural park for people to visit one of the oldest railway stations in the country. And I guess it's a popular place for art and architecture lovers. There are many people here just sketching the station, and I think it's quite interesting to observe.
For dinner today, we're once again having mi quan, but this time, the noodles seem to be similar to hefe instead of the yellow noodles we had last time for breakfast. I'm gonna add some of the herbs inside the mi quan. I think these are mint leaves.
Mi quan is a famous dish from the Quang Nam province, but it's also popular throughout Vietnam. It's typically served with this turmeric broth, which makes the dish yellow. You can have various different toppings with mi quan, but it's almost always served with shrimp, quail eggs, and a sesame cracker.
Compared to the one we had for breakfast the other day, there's way more ingredients in this one, but I think the flavor isn't as strong.
Today is our last full day in Dalat, and we're gonna go slightly away from the city center. In Dalat, there are many cafes with gorgeous views, and we're gonna go check out a few of them. Our first cafe of the day is Bing Ming Oi Cafe, just east of the city. Even though this cafe is quite popular and can get rather crowded, the wooden architecture surrounded by the lush greenery still gives it this calming vibe. Just outside the cafe, there's a very nice eatery that serves set menus. We are their last customer before closing for the day, so we got their pork set menu with cabbage and morning glory. A really healthy and delicious meal before heading to our next cafe. Now we are heading south of the city to a cafe that looks to have one of the best views in Dalat. From here you can see all the cute little houses on the hill, many small farms, and even a cable car, though I don't know where it leads. We got a matcha and a cheesecake. This really is the perfect place to spend our last afternoon in Dalat. It's 5 a.m. right now, and in the afternoon we're leaving Dalat and heading to Nha Trang. But before leaving, we must come back to Sren Hong Lake again and watch the sunrise. When we arrived on the first day, we were too tired to document this spectacular view. But now we have our cameras ready. Even this early in the morning, the city is already awake. You can hear the distant traffic, the morning birds chirping, and everyone is getting ready to start their day. But just like us, there are also many people around the lake waiting for the sun to rise. Okay, enough talking from me. Let's enjoy this sunrise together. We really saved the best moment of this trip for last.